Hey YouTube, Rovive Academy here, and today I'm going to just be giving you the top 10 tips you need to know before going into Dust. This new survival game came out as early access, just like Rovive is doing now, and you can currently learn how to play Rovive or get updates on it by clicking the Discord link in the description down below. Now, Dust actually costs 500 Robux and is still new and buggy, so I thought, since I'm playing it, I might as well do some tips on it, so it'll be more of a smooth transition from Rovive to Dust to Dust to Rovive, whoever plays that. So without further ado, let's get to it. Tip number 1, Stone SHIVS. This tool is very useful for making plays and getting resources, but I often see a lot of players keep them in their base and it just packs up their storage for no reason when they could just be recycling them because they are recyclable. They give a decent amount of stone and cloth, so there is really no reason not to recycle them when you upgrade to a stone hatchet or a stone pick. When I can't find stone, which is basically all the time, I use this option because it gets a lot of stone easily. Tip number 2, Stealth Bag. When you spawn on the beach, the game has you fall, and then your sound is implemented into your character so then you can run around and your footsteps and all that will be heard. But I noticed that when you spawn on a bag, the game doesn't move you. This creates your sound to disappear. You can walk, throw, run, and swing without any type of sound, except from the swing, but your footsteps are completely silent. Only when you jump is when your sound comes back. This tip can be useful if you just died and want to run back, but don't want to make any noise when you're going back. Tip number 3, Mouse Sensor. You might not have the best aim, like me, but don't worry, I figured out a way to get your mouse sensor on your screen. By just simply hitting B on your keyboard and then right clicking to show your cursor before hitting 1 on your keyboard to bring out your weapon. Now your shots will be exactly where they should go, as sometimes you don't know where your shots are going because you might aim too high or aim too low. But with your cursor, you will now be hitting right on point. Tip number 4, Building Collision. It can be rage-inducing when your shots don't hit when you know that they should have. Even using the mouse sensor and landing accurate headshots, the game still doesn't give it to you. This is because of the places you're fighting at. If you're fighting in a building close to the walls or outside of it even, there's a big chance your shot will miss or just hit the building and you'll feel like it doesn't even need to hit the building, but it does. I recommend fighting out in the open so your shots will not land on the building around you and actually on the players you're fighting, giving you the upper hand. Tip number 5, Military Base. Most people don't know this, but the new military base AI have rotations. They rotate through the day and night, making it easy to run up and get in, and sometimes if you time it just right, they spawn, leaving all of it behind. I would only take this route of fighting them because at the moment they are just killing you in 0.1567889 seconds, not even giving you a chance to fight them. So using a tactic that allows you to get right into the base, get all the good loot, and get out just before they spawn is a really good thing. I think they rotate from the towers every 15 minutes. So 4 of them, all 4 towers might be occupied, but sometimes there's 2 towers occupied, and when there's 2 towers occupied, you go to the opposite side. This makes the military base easy and effective to raid, while still getting out with loot and your life. Tip number 6, looting through doors. Yep, you can loot through doors, just like on Rovive, for all OGs that remember those days. Looting through doors can be extremely beneficial, seeing as going deep isn't a common thing, and if you do, you would like some type of way to get out, which is a perfect transition into our next topic. Tip number 7, Butterfingers. Only players that are in your clan can open your doors and boxes, which makes going deep impossible unless the owner leaves all the doors open and you break all the boxes and get out in time. So, since going deep is not a thing, you can use tip number 6 for 1-door airlocks to get right out. And if you're wondering how to make a clan, hit tab, go click clan, and make a name for your clan and invite players that want to be in the clan. Tip number 8, right way around. I always didn't know how the objects were supposed to be placed. They had all sorts of angles, and if placed wrong, you have to destroy it and make it again, which for an anvil, that's pretty expensive, 500 iron ingots. These are some examples on how to place them right. So, the workbench has to be placed with the hammer facing you, and the anvil is the same with the hammer at your left hand. The pedestal is different, as you have to literally be on top of it for it to work, and placing it a wrong way around will actually have it not work at all, and that's from the behind. And what is worse is the range on these items are low, so they all need to be close together if you want to craft a simple weapon. But if that simple weapon is like crafting a gun, but they're all not close together, you won't be able to craft them, so you all need to have them crammed into a space. And right now, the range is actually low, so that will probably be impossible because you're basically looking like more tools than it should be boxes, which is really upsetting when you need to craft a rifle, but you just placed the thing wrong way around, or you placed it too far from your actual workbench to craft it. So I wanted to put this tip in here so no one would get confused, as I did when I was first starting out, which made it a whole lot of farming just to get what I had destroyed back. Now, as you could have seen from that demonstration, it's quite tedious, so let's get to tip number 9. Workbench stops decay. Now, I actually didn't know this, but workbench stops decay, and the thing about it is, I had to find out by accident because I was playing the first time and I didn't know anything. So anything not connected with the building, obviously, will decay, but anything placed inside or connected will not. Tip number 10. Flying sleeper. This tip is really required if you use it right. Sleepers can't be stabbed, shot, or walked through, and I just like getting on and being loaded, but I don't have a base because it takes too long to farm it. And when I have to go, it's even worse because someone will just leave my body, so this is a fast solution to make that not happen. Get 500 thatch or more and 250 wood. Build as the thatch tower as high as you can and as high as you want, and then go back down and use the 200 wood to craft a spear, which you might want to place a bag, and you'll have to get the foundation load of 3, and then use your stone shiv to get it to 1 HP. Decaying will already set in, and it's going to start decaying fast, so you go to the very top and disconnect. When you look back in, your character will fall and die, so like I said, make sure you have a bag right there. This is OP because when you're sleeping, your body doesn't fall out the sky, and you can be sleeping up and no one can reach your body, and since they won't be able to kill your weapons or get your body down, there's no way for them to loot your body. And you stay in the sky and you'll stay alive for how long you're there until you log back on. Loot is safe and you can hop back on later and continue exactly where you left off. If you made it this far in the video, thank you. Now, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to sub, like, comment, and hit the bell for more. Don't forget to go in the description and click that link to see and find out more about Rovive 2020. And let me know down below, do you want to see some Dust content? Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, and as always, peace.